What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If anyone doesn't know me, I'm Ariel, the host of Ariel's Tea Lounge. Welcome, new viewers and old. I can't believe we're back with another episode 3. This feels so amazing. Before we get started, I want to take a time out to my sponsor, Dream Bear Productions. If you need some photography done, video shot, or just some editing, let Dream Bear Productions prove it. If you would like to contact Dream Bear, you can go hit my Dream Bear Productions on Facebook, or you can come down to 44 West Galena Boulevard in Aurora, Illinois. And ladies, he also opened a beauty supply store. So if you need anybody to slay this crown, you guys come on in and spend some money. And also a shout out to my auditor, Hunter, the Gremlin Studios. And we have 3 things we're going to touch on today. We have 2 new songs and videos from a rising group called Gorilla Money Entertainment. And these 2 songs are called Trapping at the Zoo and DT, starring my co-host right here, DT the Messenger. Welcome again.
What's up, Ariel?
And then we're going to talk football. You know, I'm a big football fan. Everybody knows your girl. It's just preseason, but preseason always gets us ready for the real thing. And then we're going to talk about a very touchy subject today, about how to heal from an abusive past. It is going to be family or relationships. So without further ado, let's get into it. So today I bring you guys 2 songs from Gorilla Money Entertainment. This group hails from the Midwest of Indiana and Chicago, Illinois. There are 4 people in the group called Kamikaze Hot Boy, Young T the Messenger, D-Boss, Solid J, and Shako Drama. This TLT the Messenger is also the vice president of Gorilla Money Entertainment.
Yup. I'm the vice president, I'm the rapper, and I'm also the engineer of the label.
So, where do you guys see you guys going in the future for Gorilla Money Entertainment?
Well, we see us being everywhere at pretty much in the future. Traveling shows, just creating more music, getting more contact art, and eventually getting more artists in the way. Right now, we sticking with the 5 of us. So it's pretty much it for right now.
We did, and you guys will see that they're dropping also 2 videos from these songs as well for Trapping at the Zoo and DT. I also did a slight interview with them on my podcast page. If you guys go on to my Facebook, Amarie Jamison, you go to my fan page. It's called Ariel's Tea Lounge Podcast Show. You see the link at the bottom. And today, I'll be playing 2 songs from them. And without further ado, let's drop the first song called Trapping at the Zoo. Hunter, hit it.
So we trapping out the zoo, rolling with the crew, GME until the death of me. Who the fuck is you? Riding with my folks, going and get the bag, riding with my folks. GME with my low song, sliding with my folks. DMA to the bag and we riding with my folks till the break of dawn, till the day we gone. Now it's turning my back on my folks. They ones only, and you see how we be getting it in. No fake baloney, all my folks going in, and we never holding back. Going and get the money, let the dead prayers represent us when we be
trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. I let all this money talk, I never hear your name. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Nigga, bitch, you love a hater, nigga, chasing out the clout. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Yeah, I let all this money talk, I never hear your name. Nope. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Bitch, you love a hater, nigga, chasing out the clout. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo.
I'm trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Got gorillas in them birds, flip them
out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Trap. I let all this money talk, I never hear your name. No. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Nigga, bitch, you love and hate a nigga, chasing out the clout. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Yeah, I let all this money talk, I never hear your name. Nope. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Bitch, you love and hate a nigga, chasing out the clout. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo. Trapping out the zoo, trapping out the zoo.
Okay, guys, that was the first video of the moment. It's Trapping at the Zoo with Kamikaze Hot Boy and Young T the Messenger. I hope you guys enjoy that. And then we're gonna go back to, we're gonna drop the second song called DT featuring my co-host himself, Young T the Messenger, and D Boss. So here's the second song, guys, called DT. Kick back and relax and enjoy.
Bustin' through the scene, I be bustin' through the green. If it ain't about them dollars, then it ain't about me. Living like Gambino, you can call me Young T. And I got a red bone, she make these niggas start creeping. I got profit and motive, and that be the quota. In the field with them both, and you'll be caught in a coma. My nigga cheap in the loudest, eyes low like a coma. I'm smashing this Luther, sipping on that Corona. Dear God, I'm a goner. Send me to Holy Father, but he's sending me back. Said I got more to bring back. I got the boss on the track, and I add more to the rack. Yee!
Been smoking fire, been spitting fire like Young T. D-Boss, DMA surviving the hard fight, coming up from the hard knocks. This cold world that won't respect, but don't show respect to my brothers and sisters. Just wanting to take our life and spit on the grave. Go somewhere with that shh. Man, we tired of this bullshit. Go back in history, you see what's happening. But let me get off this subject, cause if I stay on this subject, I'ma not be able to go home. Be so gone off this throne. Make fast into with Young T. We bring the heat like number 3. GME, the family. We got the hookup like Percy P. Pull up some Hennessy. R.I.P. to Johnny and Tommy Lee.
Okay, guys, that was the second song of the moment. That is DT featuring Young T the Messenger and D Boss. So what made you write DT?
Well, we was coming up with a song together. My cousin D Boss, he hit me up with a song, and he wanted to get on my mixtape. Here amongst you, and I just told him, hey, I got the beat. Let's lay it out. Let's do a little freestyle track. And he lent me his voice like a couple days later, and then I had done mine, and then it just clicked.
So what is Here Amongst You? What is Here Amongst You about?
Well, Here Amongst You is a continuation of my mixtapes that I've done prior to back to like 2017, 2018. I started with that series called I Am Still Here. And basically that was basically a lead up to I envisioned it as a lead up to my Year Static albums. And currently that's out right now. The fourth one's out now on major streaming services everywhere. Make sure y'all peep that out.
Okay, and what is Young T the Messenger working on now? Are you dropping any mixtapes, EPs? What's next for Young T the Messenger?
Well, what's next is I got a new mixtape dropping possibly September called Do No One Cares 2. And I'm pretty much gonna have some more singles along the way, so you'll be hearing a lot from me.
So when it comes to the group, any other group EPs? Like I know you guys did Frozen Money 1, 2, and 3. Is there any other projects from the group? As
Oh
a
yeah.
whole?
Oh yeah. We got a project coming out now. From my boy Solid J. He dropping his EP called Project Love Songs. We got the Head Boss Kamikaze Hot Boy coming in September too. He dropping his Zoo Money album, and D-Boss DMH. He's coming out with a new one possibly in October. The DMH Files.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the interview. You guys can check these artists out on AudioMac, Spotify, Apple iTunes, YouTube. This group is definitely on the rise from the Midwest. So check them out, guys.
GME all day.
And now on to our sports section. Y'all know me. I'm a big sports fanatic. Preseason has finally hit. Everybody is getting so hyped up for this season in September. We had 2 football games that hit for the Midwest right now. We had the Vikings play, we've had the Bears play, and we had my team, Green Bay Packers. Go, Pack, go.
Whoa.
Nobody asked you. But yeah, if y'all know me, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I've been a Green Bay Packers fan since I was 6 years old. I have my Green Bay Packers gear. Like, I'm geared out. Like, yesterday I had my beanie on. I had my jersey on. Everything else. Dude, I'm upset about that game. Even though it's just preseason, I was upset about us losing. Because we lost to the Texans. We fell 26-7. Because it was our third stream and second stream are playing. You know, LaFleur's plan was, give everybody a chance to play. Even our new quarterback that will be replacing Rodgers, Jordan Love, whose jersey I have thanks to somebody.
Yep.
Well, I rock it proudly because, rookies got to have some play time. I mean, the throws were beautiful. Like, he was throwing beautiful passes. He's learned. But it just our O-line and our defense was just not working. It was just the Texans just came for blood. And it's all our fans, we're very, very passionate about our team. So, everybody's saying throw love away. We want Rodgers. But the reason why Rodgers did not play in the preseason, that he's not playing for the preseason, is because to avoid injury. Because if everybody knows, as a Packers fan, Rodgers has a history of injuries that have taken him out for a whole season, and Rodgers is also a co-owner of the Bucks, who also have won. They're now NBA champions. So congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks for their championship win. Rodgers has a ring, another ring, even though it's not from our team. But yeah. And then I got a lot of Bears fans talking smack about our team.
Yeah.
Because, they won against the Dolphins. Whoop-de-doo. It's the Dolphins, guys.
Hey, Justin Fields is the truth, man.
Justin Fields, hey, the kid's got it. I think our quarterback, Jordan Love, has potential. I do think he has potential. It just, he needs a little more practice before he's really ready for a real season. Because Rodgers has one more year. And everybody knows what's going on since the offseason. Rodgers and Devontae Adams all were going through contracts. They were trying to renew it, or Rodgers wanted to decide if he wanted to retire. And I was like, please don't retire. Please, we need one more ring. We've been asking for another ring since 2010, because we haven't had a ring since then, sadly. We're 4-time Super Bowl champs. Well, how many the Bears have? 2. Again, 2. Count them. So I think we're the better team here. But yeah, I just think that all football teams are best of luck this season. Best of luck. But our rivals also are the Vikings, aka the Vike Queens, as we call them. And then we have the Dallas Cowboys, also the Cowgirls, as we like to call them. I'm planning on getting tickets for the game at Lambeau in December, because I always wanted to go. This little idiot wants to go to Soldier Field and not drive to Lambeau, because Lambeau Field is 3 hours away from Chicago, guys. It's a long drive. But I just think it's a dream of mine to see the Bears and Packers go against each other in person and let the Packers whoop on y'all once again.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
We face y'all in October as well, too, at y'all at home for y'all.
Yep.
And y'all are gonna lose.
You're losing.
No, you're losing. I'm sorry. Like, y'all only beat us like what, twice within the next 4 years, and then the 4 years.
Don't matter. New season, new rules.
I just think definitely our defense, guys. Come on, get it together this season. Defense, y'all really definitely need to learn how to block. Cause I love you guys to that, but defense is so. Our defense is trash. I'm gonna put it out there. Defense is trash.
To be fair, though, I've always said that the only thing that held Rodgers back from winning more Super Bowls was your defense. Never built a defense to save your life up in Green Bay.
Right, because we're in the process of trying to bring in new people, but we just brought back Randall Cobb because we're trying to at least do another reunion. We're asking for Clay Matthews to come back as well, so let's do it one more time. Gives one more ring before Rodgers is out of here because at the end of his contract, he's retiring, sadly. But he had a good run,
No, he's not retiring. He's going to be a free agent.
I'd rather see that man retire than become a free agent to any team, especially you guys. Because Rodgers was thinking about going to Chicago, and that would have been the biggest slap in the face to us. The biggest.
More of a slap in the face than Favre going to the Vikings on y'all?
That was an insult. That was an insult. I love Brett Favre. I love that. I was a big fan. That's how I became a fan when I see him play. He's my football husband, as I call him. Sorry. But yeah, best of luck to you guys. I hope your guys' season is very well.
And I hope yours doesn't end in disappointment.
Oh, the shade is real, guys. The shade is real. But yes, on to our topic of the day: how to heal from an abusive past. Okay, guys, this is a touchy subject for me because I'm also a victim of abuse. Basically, abuse can either make you or break you. Like, sometimes you figure out, like, how did I get myself into these situations? It's not really your fault. Abuse happens. You think people, the person's supposed to love and protect you, but they don't. It can start with family or friends or in a relationship. You just gotta learn how to heal from it and know what signs to see to get out of it, because I've had my fair share of abuse relationships. I've been through many, and I just at a very young age, and I kept saying, like, how do I keep getting myself into this situation, and how did this even start, But each abuse relationship, it got worse. Like, my first one when I was 4, I'm gonna tell my truth. I don't know if anybody accepted it or not. This is my story and everything else. And if I had people how can relate to me. My first abuse relationship, I was 14 years old. 14. And this person, I didn't even know this person. It was just, it was a relationship that we were really in a relationship. It was just that, we got into a situation that shouldn't have happened because I was young and stuff like that. And this person felt entitled to me. Like, I was property. Ladies, y'all are not property to no one. Y'all are no one's property. And if you have kids, kids are not a thing to hold on to for you to stay in that relationship to make it work. I literally that was our first abusive relationship, and I didn't ask for help. I did not. I just kept silent because who will believe me? I'm young. It's like that. And I kept saying it's my fault. It's never your fault. Let me tell y'all, it's never y'all fault. Kids say well, I love this person. I care about this person. This person's taking care of me. Abuse comes in different forms: mental, physical, emotional. Mental and emotional, I think, is the worst. Physical is just as bad, too. I've had physical abuse. I've had mental abuse. I've had emotional abuse. I've had it all. I got into another one at 19 years old. I had a person that was a drunk. Fellas, drinking gives you no excuse to really put your hands on a woman. No excuse. No matter, like, and you say you love her, but things like love don't hurt. Especially, like, when abuse comes, I feel like that's an insecurity within a person's self. That's a major insecurity. Because, like, they feel threatened by this, like, this woman can be, or a man can be taken away from me. Because I guess ladies, we can be abusive as well. We can treat people bad just as well, because I've had abusive relationship with a female as well. I had, and that relationship took me a year to get out. A year. I'm like, I said I was not gonna tell my story and everything else, but if I don't tell my story and reach out to people who have been victims of abuse, then what good is it? You know, I feel like if you're in an abusive relationship, if the person puts their hands on you, they're gonna do it again. Yeah, it might be like, oh, they promise not gonna do it again. That's not true. They hit you, they do it once, they're gonna do it again, and they'll keep asking for forgiveness and tell you they love you. Like, it'll stop for a few days, things will be good, and then something will set them off. Like, I have scars in my body from my abusive relationships that I carry with me. And they're a painful reminder, because I put my heart and trusted to somebody that took time to hurt me. And literally, like, my abusive relationship that I was in for a year, he helped me get out of it. Like, literally, like, this person was talking me at my job. I was talking about my job, or told people that I was at fault for everything that happened to me, or that this person was openly cheating on me. And I thought it was like, it was my fault. It was me, like, I'm allowing this. But the thing is, like, the person wouldn't let me leave. It took me, like, and then finally, like, we had a friend that moved in with us, and then a person saw what happened to me. Literally saw what happened to me. And they were like, it's not you. It's that person. And it's like, I finally broke down, and I went to do laundry, and this person threatened my life once more. And I was like, and her friend helped me escape, and I called my best friend, and I told him, like, I'm getting out. I can't take no more, because if I go home, I might not make it out alive. Because I had a whole daughter I had to think about. My daughter didn't need to be around that environment. So, and I'm grateful to my friends and family that were supportive, because I didn't tell my family what I was going through either. I really did not. I smiled through all of it. And if you can smile through all the pain and everything else, just to bear it. Trust me, therapy works, guys. Therapy works. I promise you. Like, holding on to the baggage can damage your psyche, can damage your future relationships with people, or affect how you look at the world. Because I became, the more abuse I took, the more cold-hearted I became. Like, I just wasn't the type of say, like, I don't, like, any relationship I got into, I always question, like, are you going to hurt me? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? I was afraid. Like, I'm never very open. I don't open my heart to nobody lately. I still hold on to some of that baggage. And that's why I decided to talk about it, because, God, I'm getting a little emotional. But, I've learned over a meme that I saw on Facebook saying, like, if you can tell your story without crying, you've healed. And I feel like I have healed, because my last relationship was not physical, but mental and emotional. A person who's narcissistic. I never endured this type of person ever in life. Because, like, a narcissistic person, they come to you like, oh, they got it all together. Like, they have everything going for them. Everything on the outside looks peachy keen. Nobody's to question. But behind closed doors, it's a nightmare. Because this relationship I got into, I moved into it at 23 years old, because I feel like, I kind of wanted the family for my child. Mine. And I met this person, and I thought everything was cool, He was cool, he was charming, and that's what, but then it's like, I had to change my personality, how I dressed, how I walked, how I talked, everything, just so I could please the man that I was marrying. Ladies or gentlemen, do not ever have to change your whole personality and who you are. Stand on what you believe in, because that's what I did. I threw away everything I stood for, just so I can please that person I loved. And I even had children. That's what kept me in a relationship. My children. And literally, like, narcissistic people, like, I swear, like, even this person, it's the person that when I talk to him, it's like, it's still like a scar that's still open. I'm still mending from that. Because it took me 5 years to get out of that situation. Like, my family this time was trying to talk me out of this toxic relationship. Like, literally, like, we were doing stuff to each other to the point that, you know, the last 2 years was hell for me. Hell. I had 2 premature children. I was alone. I didn't have no friends, no family to help me escape it. It basically, I became dependent. I became, like, I believed everything he said, like, that nobody else will love me. Nobody else will want me because I'm damaged. And as I was saying, like, you can be damaged all you want to, but how you handle your damage is up to you. But that's what I'm saying, like, if you're in an abusive relationship, please reach out to somebody. Talk about it, because I've seen a lot of things on Facebook where women are being killed by the men that they love because the men don't want to let go. They're basically like, and I had that same person like, if I can't help you, I'd rather take you out. And that's very scary. Trust me, that is very scary to have somebody treat you that way. And that's like, you know, but you know, I found out that growing up, my childhood wasn't as good as I thought, because I found out recently last year where all my abusive relationships came from. It was a person in my family that was doing it as well. I was enduring that till I was 13 years old. The person was hating me all the time, telling me she didn't love me, she never liked me, and everything else. And at 13 years old, I finally snapped and stood my ground. And I'm like, how can anybody, even like when I know people come from abusive backgrounds or toxic backgrounds from family, like how can family do that? How? It just like, it sickens me how, like, you know, the people that you trust the most, and those are the people who are supposed to raise you and take care of you, are the ones that are harming you. Like, I've seen a lot of children who have died from abusive households. Like, there was a case in Joliet, or a girl was like, you know, the house was where the parents, nobody has been found guilty of this case yet. DCFS was called, and nobody helped this little girl, and the little girl was found. The parents reported her missing, because babies, they can't talk, they can't defend themselves. Even parents are abusive to their kids. Sadly, I feel like, you know, and you know, these little kids are not gonna turn on mommy and daddy because like mommy and daddy love them. You know, they don't want to be taken away. But sometimes I feel like, you know, people fail us. Abusive victims, adults to children. Because no one deserves to be harmed in the worst way when that person has put their trust in you. Because like, I went to the home where the girl they report this girl missing for a week. Like, the whole neighborhood was out working looking for this little girl, and they found her within the home. They found her dead, and it's like DCFS didn't do anything, and I feel like, what parent can put their hands on a child? Like, what, like, if you're going through postpartum depression and everything else, seek help. Or at least tell somebody, like, look, I can't do this. Because when you have kids and everything else, it does mess with your psyche a lot. Trust me, I went through postpartum depression as well. But I'm not to the point that I would harm my kids. I just feel like anybody, before you even think to put your hand on your child, or anybody who's a grown adult or a teenage relationships, please, like, reach out to somebody. Somebody, no matter how much you scream it, somebody will come eventually listen. Because it's like, it's so heartbreaking to see, like, people get taken out of this world. Like, I just saw a story where my favorite country artist, you know, who I listen to, Second Chance, his sister was just murdered by her boyfriend.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, his sister was recently murdered by her boyfriend. They had an argument that turned bad, and he shot her where she stood.
Wow.
And it's like, I mean, men and women are abusive. I just feel like women are more violent than men because they are. When their anger gets there, it gets there. Trust me. I'm myself. But like I said, like, abuse comes in every form. Like, comes to mental. Let me tell y'all about mental. A mental comes from when somebody actually tells you you're nothing. Or you basically change into somebody you need to be just so you can please that person. Emotional comes from people basically like saying they love you and everything, and they doing everything they can for you, and them not even, it's not even true. Because like a person can buy your because like buying your love is not the best way to go about it. Because I've been told I've been nothing. I've been told that nobody loved me, that nobody will want me. I've been like, also abuse comes to like comparing you to others, like from past or present. Basically, like you have to change, like, oh, you need to be this way for me to love you, or to be that way. No, if you get in a relationship, it's called a compromise. A person shouldn't have to change who they are, who their being is, to make themselves relevant in your life. If you feel like that person does not fit you, instead of bringing them down, how about you build them up? Or just let them go in period, and let them find somebody that fits them, and you find somebody that fits you. Because that's basically what I went through. I went through some, like, people saying like I couldn't be around nobody. Like, you know, I have people talk, like, a person in my relationship, like, where I couldn't talk to nobody if I wanted to pursue a new relationship. And they're like, no, they'll contact the person I'm with, so this is still control. Like, if I'm willing to move on, let that person move on. Let that person move on. And then, like, physical. Man, physical, nobody has a right to put their hands on nobody. No matter how angry you get, I can, like, swear to God. Like, you know, some women, like, you know, they get black eye, and they have to wear glasses or wear makeup to cover it up. Or you got marks on your body, you have to wear jackets to cover it up. I've had scars like that. And like these comes from making excuses for a person, like, oh, that person has promised they're gonna get help. Or, oh, they're gonna change. No, they're not. They're never gonna change. Because like you really, at first everything can look perfect, can be hunky dory. First few months, great. But something can snap in their head and then turn to a whole complete person that you don't even know. But then love is blind at times. When you're blinded by love, you're not thinking about nothing else. Or you're scared to be alone. And I'm learning about that by myself. I'm learning to love me. Because like a relationship does not define who you are. You don't need a person to be in a relationship to make you whole. Once you get out of those abusive relationships, take that time to fix you. Take that time to heal, because if you bring that baggage into that another relationship, guess what? That person will never fulfill that void that you're trying to fix. Never. Because like I've had relationships where I've compared my exes to other people, you know, because how they treated me or whatever. And that was a form of abuse, because my mindset was that, like, nobody was going to be better than that person. That's not true. Some people don't come to harm you. They come to restore you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, abuse needs to stop. For real, for real. Like, abuse is not okay. It's never the answer. So anybody who hears this or watches this video who can relate, please seek help. There are groups. There are family members. Anybody who will listen. Tell your story. Because like, I know there's some advocates, and I'm becoming an advocate myself. And I said I was not going to put myself out there. But how can I talk about something if you never went through it? Because like, you guys are not alone. Trust me. Your silence is not helping you. It's hurting you. being silent, it just masks what you're feeling inside. And I just feel like, as a domestic abuse survivor, it also can lead to suicide, which I am also a big on because I am a suicide survivor as well. Because when I was in my last abusive relationship, I tried to end my life. And it's like, because I feel like, I was losing myself. Never lose who you are. Never question why the person is doing what they're doing to you. Never do that. Because you're beautiful no matter what you look like, how you are. You're beautiful. Men, y'all are handsome. It's like that. We ladies, we do get crazy, but we don't have an excuse to put our hands on y'all either. Because trust me, nowadays when domestic calls are reported to police, men are not the only ones going to jail, ladies, no more. The women are getting arrested as well because we can be aggressors, even though sometimes ain't no marks, but they can tell if you marked up your hand, something like that, or both parties go to jail because of an argument that could have been avoided. So I'm saying this to all my abuse victims: y'all are not alone, and y'all are beautiful. And this is Ariel from Ariel's T Lines signing.